welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming at you guys with another favorites video. I haven't done one since like February, I think, and that was literally the winter time. It is now summer. So we got a lot of different things going on. We got some new stuff that I've tried out, things that I'm loving, and I want to share them with you guys. But before we get started, make sure to click subscribe down below, and if you're not already following me on Instagram, you definitely should. I post every 2 to 3 days. All right, let's jump into my food favorites. Alright, so I've been trying to find a healthy dessert option for quite some time now, and I love watching Sarah's Day, and she's always a Loving Earth chocolate, which looks really, really good, and I really wanted to try it, but I was also just interested what other chocolate options were out there, because hers was no dairy, paleo, vegan, all that kind of stuff. So I was just curious what other things were out there, and I came across Hu chocolate. This is seriously my favorite chocolate right now. It is such a sweet tooth curver. It is so good. My sweet tooth comes right after I eat my lunch, not at nighttime like most people. So I always eat about 2 squares of this after I eat lunch. So freaking good. And I actually got this sampler box that has, oh my gosh, this looks like so much chocolate. It has 8 different bars and they're all different flavors. One of my favorites is the cashew butter and pure vanilla bean. This is so good. The ones that have butters in them, the butter is actually in the center of the chocolate and then the chocolate's around it. But I also love the vanilla quinoa crispy one. It kind of reminds me of a Crunch bar. All of their chocolate is no palm oil, no refined sugar, no cane sugar, no sugar alcohols, no dairy, no emulsifiers, no soy, I don't know how to pronounce that word, and no vanilla extract. They're also dairy-free, vegan, paleo, and house ground cocoa. So this is literally as healthy as chocolate gets. You would think that the things like no dairy and no cane sugar would make it taste weird, but it actually doesn't. It tastes exactly like normal dark chocolate to me. This is pretty much all the dessert I'm eating, so I am in love. The bars are a little bit on the smaller side though. They come with 8 squares in them, so this is what I got right now, and I just eat 2 squares at a time. The serving size is half a bar, so it'd be 4 squares, but I'm good on just 2 squares, but I also kind of like to split up my dessert so that my sweet tooth comes after I eat lunch, so I'll eat 2 squares, but sometimes I do get an extra sweet tooth after dinner, so I kind of want to save those extra 2 squares for after dinner, so I just split it up. Alright, my next food item are these Nature's Bakery fig bars. Oh my goodness. These are so freaking good. I am always trying to do bars and granola bars and stuff like that, and I found these, and to me they sounded exactly like Fig Newtons, which I used to love as a kid, and I was right. These taste exactly like Fig Newtons, only a healthier version. They are real fruit, whole grain, plant-based, no high fructose corn syrup, and they are non-GMO. And the nice thing is that they are just a little snack. They're only 100 calories. This is what the nutritional facts look like. Yeah, so I just really been loving these. Usually once I try a new granola bar or something, I don't buy more than a second box, and I have eaten so many of these. They are so good. And they're perfect for just a little on-the-go snack. I can easily just toss this in my purse and be ready to go. All right, my last food item. This literally isn't even a new thing. It's not new to me either. I just rediscovered it, and it's just made me so freaking happy. And that is Crystal Light. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about Crystal Light, and I'm not really a big water person. I drink water, but I don't really enjoy it, you know? I like some flavor in my water, and there's literally nothing in it. There's 5 calories per serving, so this is just such a good thing to amp up your water and just make you drink more water, because I have been drinking water like crazy now since I started buying these again. And I just buy the pitcher ones. This is a big one, and I put a pitcher in the fridge and I just have this ready to go. I literally drink an entire pitcher in one day, so I hope that's okay for you, because I am just I'm on a Crystal Light kick right now. All right, now onto my beauty favorites. Since it's summertime, we are back to wearing sunscreen almost every day because we're not trying to damage our skin under the sun. But my favorite sunscreen is the Neutrogena Beach Defense. This has actually been a favorite of mine for quite some time. I have been using this for years and years, ever since I discovered it. I use the SPF 30, but literally my favorite thing about this is the smell. Oh my goodness. Out of all, I mean, it smells a little sunscreeny, but out of all the sunscreens out there, this literally smells amazing. There are some like nasty smelling sunscreens out there, and this one just smells so like, I don't know, so like perfumey, so like light and like fresh. I really like it. If you're a lotion kind of person like me, this is definitely a great sunscreen, and it stays on super, super well in water, which is really important, and it stays on with sweat too, because your girl over here is a sweater. Honestly, my favorite part about this sunscreen is just how amazing it smells, and I love like pretty much all of Neutrogena's products, so it's a good quality sunscreen. You're gonna be smelling good, not like that weird sunscreen smell, and you're definitely gonna stay protected from the sun, which is the most important part. So you guys have probably noticed I really don't wear makeup. Like, it's just not a thing that I put in the effort to do. But the one thing that I do always do on my face is my eyebrows. I don't know why my eyebrows just like don't have a lot of hair on them. Like, they're just very like thinned out. I will not leave my apartment if my eyebrows are not filled in. So I decided to try a new brow powder, and so I tried the Foolproof Brow Powder by Benefit, and I absolutely love it. First of all, love the packaging. Like, Benefit's packaging is always so freaking cute, and you just open it up and oh my goodness, like how pretty is this packaging? And the powder is shaped like an eyebrow. Like, that's just like so awesome. But the nice thing about this is that it has like two colors, and since it's in the shape of the eyebrow, like you know exactly where the color goes. So obviously this lighter color is for the inner part of your eyebrow, and the darker part is for the outer part of your eyebrow. And I know most people probably don't actually use this applicator that comes with it, and they just use their own brush and stuff, but I actually love it. It's very different. It's like a little sponge, and it comes to a point at the top, which I love because that just makes it like so easy to apply the powder onto your eyebrow. And I just clean it off by rubbing it on my hand here, and that way it's fresh each time, and I make sure I'm getting the right powder on the right part of my brow. And another cool thing about the brush that I literally didn't even realize until like way after I got it is that it has this little brush on the end. Like, I just thought this was like a grippy part. No, this actually comes out so you can actually brush your eyebrows after you apply the powder. How freaking smart is that? And if you're wondering, I am in the shade number 3, so this is what it looks like. I'm wearing it right now. Before this, I literally had been using the same brow powder since I started doing my eyebrows. That was like 7 years ago, so we needed a change. Speaking of not changing my makeup products very often, I have been using the same concealer for quite a few years. Then my favorite makeup brand in the entire world came out with this like amazing product that everybody's been raving about, and that is Shape Tape. Tarte came out with its Shape Tape concealer not too long ago, and everybody has been seriously raving about it. I absolutely love Tarte products. They're like literally the best makeup products I have ever used, and their packaging is always so on point. Like, how cute is this packaging? I knew I needed a change in concealer, so I just went for it, and I got the color Light Neutral for my skin. I literally just put it under my eyes just to like brighten them a little bit, and that's literally all I use. But seriously, this concealer has been so nice. It's like nice and thick, but at the same time like not cakey, and that's a huge thing for me is I hate it when makeup gets cakey. That's why I usually just don't even put it on. But I am not fancy at all. I literally just like apply concealer under my eyes with my fingers, so I like something that's like nice and smudgeable but still has like nice good coverage so that it covers the dark under eyes, and this does that so well. It doesn't crease, and it stays on all day. Those are the important parts. And if I get a blemish or anything too, I can just like dot this on it, and it covers it seriously so well. Like, it just sticks so well. You don't need a face primer, you don't need a setting spray or anything. It just like sticks so well to your face without being cakey. Like, I can't explain that enough. Like, it is just like such a good concealer. If you haven't tried it yet, definitely go and get some. So like I was just saying that I'm very like Tarte loyal, and my favorite ever mascara is the Lights Camera Lashes, but recently I decided to try a new mascara just to switch it up, and I tried the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I am in love. I am really picky about my mascaras, and I really like ones that go on super liquidy, and this one definitely does that, which I really like. But what's also important in addition to it being liquidy is that it's able to be built upon, because I don't wear fake lashes or anything, so I want to be able to put on a couple layers of mascara and have it really build up to have those really dramatic lashes. So this is super liquidy when I first put it on, on and then like it dries a little bit and then I'm able to put on the next layer super easily. I hate it when like the mascara dries really quick and then it's really hard to get the brush through your lashes, if you know what I'm talking about. But this, for the next layer, even though it's dry, it's so easy to comb through the lashes and do another layer. I do like 3 coats and it makes my lashes look so big and so full, and I absolutely love it. I really like this formula. I know they've had this around for a while, but I'm only just trying it, so I am loving this right now and it might be my new favorite go-to. Moving on to fashion favorites. If you saw my last video, I did a review of this brand called Queenie Keys Activewear, and it was just kind of like a couple pieces like shorts and tops and pants and stuff like that. But I got this pair of spandex shorts and I am seriously in love. I've actually never really had a pair of shorts like this. I know there's a biker short trend going around, but those are a lot longer. These are just kind of like normal spandex shorts, but they are also high-waisted. They come above my belly button, which we love. I just like love wearing these around the house, but I also like wearing them to yoga since it's summertime. I love going to outdoor yoga now. I have them in a size medium and they fit me perfectly. And for a brand that you can buy on Amazon, these are like such good quality, but if you want a full review of these, make sure to check out that last video that I posted. So in addition to those shorts, my favorite activewear that I've been wearing every chance I can get, meaning whenever it's clean, is the Sarah's Day White Fox Boutique collection. Everybody knows that this black dot pattern has been everywhere on the internet. Like everyone is always getting wallpaper of this, but finding clothing in this pattern is very difficult. And so when I saw that Sarah's Day was restocking her activewear and that it had this print in it, I just had to have it. It is seriously the cutest print ever. I love how the sports bra has like peach at the top and pink at the bottom, and the leggings are the same way. They have this matching part at the bottom, so they just like go together super well. I actually got a couple other pieces as well. I did not do a full review of these, but if you are interested in that, let me know and I can definitely do that, because these are definitely my absolute favorite activewear pieces right now. Literally wear these every chance I can get. It doesn't pool with sweat. They're so easy to put on. They're so buttery. They're so comfortable. They're so stretchy, but like so compressive at the same time. It's literally the perfect activewear. All right, so those are all of my favorite items, but the last thing I want to talk about are my favorite podcasts right now. In the past few months, I have definitely become a crazy podcast listener. I used to only listen to music in the car, but I drive like almost 30 minutes to work, and I'm honestly in the car for over an hour a day, so like the same songs just get so old, so I really needed to switch it up. So I started listening to podcasts. It's so hard to find like good podcasts out there that are like really like the right ones for you, because there's literally a podcast for like every topic, I swear. And the amount that's out there just keeps increasing, so it's so hard to find good ones. But I have found a few that I really like and I listen to immediately whenever they publish a new episode. So the first podcast that I'm loving is called Pretty Basic. If you watch Remy Cruz and Alicia Marie on YouTube, they actually made a podcast together and it's called Pretty Basic. It's literally just them like talking about their lives, but kind of more things that are like off screen from their actual YouTube channel, so you don't feel like it's an overlap of the same content. They just talk about like their dating lives, what goes on behind the scenes of YouTube, and they also surprisingly talk about a lot with like mental health and stuff like that, and like how to not burn yourself out and just like life, which is really cool. I really like did not expect them to be talking about that kind of stuff, but like it really resonated with me, and a lot of the situations that they go through in life, I have found that I've actually gone through too. So like it's kind of just nice to like hear people who like truly understand like what's going on and have been through something, and you've been through the same thing. So if that interests you at all, I really like that podcast. But they can also be like super lighthearted and funny, and they just tell like super random funny things that happened to them over the weekend. So it's a really good podcast. It's actually like my #1 favorite. Another podcast I'm really loving, I actually just recently discovered, and it's actually Sarah's Day on YouTube's podcast. It's called The Health Code. Yes, she is the one that made this activewear. Can you tell I'm obsessed? If you can tell from my channel, I am super into fitness and healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle and all that, which is literally all that Sarah's Day ever talks about. That's like literally her life. So it's basically just like learning about that kind of stuff in a podcast, and I just like love listening to them. They also obviously talk about their lives, so they just talk a lot about that kind of stuff, and then they also bring on guests as well who like talk about that kind of stuff with them. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, this is definitely the podcast for you. And my final podcast recommendation is for all the Bachelor lovers out there. It is called Another Bachelor Podcast. It is seriously the most funny podcast I have ever listened to. in my life. They are just like so real about what's going on behind the scenes and on The Bachelor. These guys on another Bachelor podcast are so freaking real. They do not hold back. They tell you all the deeds. They tell you things that you didn't know you were thinking, and then you listen to them, and then you're like, oh my goodness, that's definitely what's going on. It's a good time. I'm literally just laughing to myself in my car. I probably look like a psychopath, but it is just such a good time. It's seriously my favorite Bachelor podcast ever. So if you watch The Bachelor, or Bachelorette, or Bachelor in Paradise, they cover them all every season. You should go give it a listen. Alright guys, that is all for my favorites for June. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like to let me know that you enjoy videos like this. I will link all the products from this video down below so you can go check them out. And I'm really interested to see who stuck around to the end of this video. So if you did, comment Ladybug to tell me that you made it to the end of this video. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Mimsy!